So, we're always hearing about how AI is learning to do these incredible things, right? From driving our cars to diagnosing diseases, it's changing the world at a dizzying pace. But today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most fundamental questions in the entire field.
It's a fantastic question. I mean, really think about it. How does a bundle of circuits and code go from knowing absolutely nothing to making intelligent predictions? It sounds like something straight out of sci-fi, but it's happening all around us. The answer, though, isn't as simple as you might think.
Well, the secret lies in understanding that there isn't just one way for a machine to learn. Today, we're zeroing in on two of the biggest approaches, supervised and unsupervised learning. The best way to think about them is like two different students in a classroom. Okay, first up, let's talk about the student who has a teacher, a textbook, and a really clear set of instructions. This is the world of supervised learning. The core idea here is actually pretty simple. In supervised learning, we give the machine data that's already labeled with the correct answer. It's kind of like giving a student a stack of math problems, but with the solutions already worked out on the back. So here's how it works. The machine, that's our student, it just studies thousands, maybe even millions of these labeled examples. And it's not just memorizing, okay? It's actually learning the underlying patterns that connect a problem to its answer. After enough training, it can confidently look at a brand new problem, one it's never seen before, and make a really accurate prediction.
And you know what? You see this in action every single day. Think about it. Your email client knows what spam looks like because it's been trained on millions of emails that people have labeled spam and not spam. Or when your photo app correctly tags your cat in a picture, that's because it's learned from a huge data set of labeled animal photos. See? It's powerful precisely because it's guided.
Okay, now let's switch gears and talk about our second student. This one gets a whole library full of books, but no teacher, no answer key. This is our solo explorer. This is unsupervised learning. So with this one, we give the machine a whole bunch of data. But here's the catch. We don't tell it what any of it means. There are zero labels, no predefined answers. The machine's entire job is to just look at all this messy, unlabeled info and find the hidden structures, the patterns, all by itself. Imagine I just gave you a giant box with 1,000 different, completely unsorted Lego bricks. You don't have any instructions, right? So what would you do? You might start grouping them by color, or by shape, or maybe by size. Well, that's exactly what unsupervised learning does. It finds the natural clusters and relationships in the data without anyone telling it what to look for. And this method, oh yeah, it's working behind the scenes all around us too. Those streaming services that give you those creepily good recommendations, they're using it to group you with other people who have similar tastes. Or how-out banks spotting fraud, they can flag a transaction that just doesn't fit your normal spending pattern. In this world, it's all about discovery. Okay, so we've got our guided student on one side and our solo explorer on the other. Let's put them head-to-head and see exactly how they stack up. All right, let's break this down line by line. First up, the data itself. Supervised learning needs labeled data. It has to have that answer key. But unsupervised learning, it thrives on unlabeled data. And that difference directly leads to their goals. The goal of supervised learning is to predict a known outcome. Unsupervised learning, on the other hand, is all about exploring the data to find its hidden structure. And, this naturally affects the difficulty. Since supervised learning has a clear target to aim for, it's generally considered the more straightforward of the two. Look, if you forget everything else, just remember this one thing. Supervised learning is all about learning from answers we give it. Unsupervised learning is about finding hidden patterns all on its own. It's really that simple. One is about replication and prediction. The other is about exploration and discovery. So, when it all comes down to it, what's the single most important difference you should walk away with? I think this quote just says it all perfectly. Supervised learning is learning with answers. Unsupervised learning is learning by finding rules on its own. See? One method totally relies on human guidance, the labels we create. The other is a true explorer, diving into raw data to make sense of it without a map. Both are incredibly powerful. They're just built for different kinds of problems. And that really leaves us with a fascinating question for the future, doesn't it? As AI keeps evolving at this crazy pace, which path is it going to take? Will it be more of a guided tour, following our instructions?
Or will it be more of a solo expedition, making its own discoveries? Or maybe it's something new entirely. What do you think is next for the machines that learn?